And you can sort of see here, this is states that actually already have done their reappraisal. When the market was hot in '07, if you just want to look at the bottom right-hand number, across the state, when the market was hot, it went up to 29%. Look, back it up. Looking at Union County, 43% was their number. Our number's 15. Part of that had to do with some lakeside development stuff. Back in 2008, you can look at counties fairly close to us. Greene County's 36%. Scott County's 47%. Tipton would be out below Memphis, 26%. Monroe County, 35%. Ours is 15%. This is what we call the Big Four. This is all the counties. You can see this is preliminary. This is because we're going through the appeal process right now. Okay, we're trying to readjust the numbers. You can see Shelby is coming in. They're so scattered, they was able to identify areas like Chattanooga. You all might hear Red Bank, Soddy Daisy. So they've got distinct areas that Knoxville really don't have. Farragut and Hardin Valley is not like a Red Bank and Soddy Daisy where you can have different type of millings and go out. But you can see Loudoun County down here would be somebody just across the line. They come in at 21.3. They're doing it the same way I'm doing it, by mass appraisals. I inherited this. This started 3 years ago. And this is the same data line, and this is the same requirements the state makes you do. See, the losses in value during the last 18 to 24 months should not be great enough to fully offset the 2, 3, and 4 year, gains of larger positive gains in any cycle in 2009. The big thing for Knox County, you can see it goes from 92 days to 102 days to 180 days. And they will tell you that it's like on the sales price, and they'll say the realty board adjusts it down, you still get 96 to 97% of the sales price. It's just on the market longer. Even though we only had approximately 4,500 sales in 2008. This is just some fundamentals, just showing a little graphic area. This explains the arm's length, willing buyer or willing seller with no pressure put on either one. That's what market value is. Excludes foreclosures. The type of assessments, if it's residential and farm, it's 25% of the appraised value. Your commercial partials is 40. We can go to public 55. Business personal property is 30%. And I did this as the illustration here. If you had a $150,000 home in the 205 cycle, your times the 25% is 37.5. Here on the commercial, $500,000 times 40% is $200,000 is what you're going to figure your tax rate on. We did this on $1 here. Let's see. Well, Jordan, I don't remember that. Where's Jordan at? What is that on 150,000? The first, it's 1,001 and $1,001. It's on there. Okay. Equalization here. I've talked about equalization, how the 4 years equal. Plus, we're trying to make your property compare to your neighbor's property. This is the thing that a lot of people was worried about, revenue neutral. It's a fact. If the appraisals go up, then the tax rate goes down. From talking to John Troyer, if this magic middle line number is 15%, then your tax rate will go down 40 cents on the dollar. It will go down from $2.69 existing homes and property. It can't. State law will not allow that. It's zero. So if you want to look at it one way, 15% is zero. So if your increase is 20%, then you're only paying 5%. And I can tell you, I guess it's on the end of the slide, I hope I don't get it. On that same $150,000 home in '05, with whatever it goes up to at a 25%. The total amount of new money you will pay for that tax year is $64. That's all that you'll pay. People are getting hung up on these percentages versus what an increase might really be. I've got people coming in now that's paying more for parking at $8, whatever it is to park. Their tax increase is less or lower. And part of the reason is we can't tell you what the new tax rate will be because it's not certified. We can tell you in general terms, if it goes up 15%, it's going to drop 40 cents on the dollar. And so I guess this is what Jordan is prepared, showing that. If you live in the city, then the tax rate is $281, the county it's $269, and that's $550. So when I'm talking to you generally, I'm talking about county numbers. So if you live in the city, it's going to double plus just a little bit. So if y'all will keep that in mind. Here again is the slide that I showed you or was talking to you about in West Knox. Well, we know this from, like I said, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 sales of the same properties in the same period. And this is the actual graph that you can see. You can see how that it goes up 15, 20, a little bit above, and now it's tapered off, and that is through December of 08. Just a little disclaimer in there that we don't know what it is and who sets that. I'm constantly this is just not something I took on my own because I got elected. The state is monitoring this every step of the way, every step. This is a little bit of a disclaimer in that we really don't know. It's unofficial, but guess who gets to make that? State of Tennessee and who? Our county commissioners. Let's see here. Okay, this is a $150,000 home during the 05 cycle. You can see your tax levy or bill is $1,008.75. Now, due to the mathematics of that, if that went up, Jordan, what's that go up? 16.6%? Okay. When our numbers first come out at 16.6% is the average medium number, then actually what you see here, and I want you to watch this, if you went up 16.6 on a home that existed in 2005 and $150,000, your tax in was $1,008.75. Your new tax bill will be $1,001.30. It actually goes down. Now, 25%, which is roughly 10% over the medium number, you can see that it goes up to $1,073 or $64.68. Now that's 25%, okay? Now keep in mind too, and I think everybody in here is good enough with math, at 15%, what does that mean if that's a medium number? Generally your high end is going to be 30. What's media and newsworthy? 50, 60, 70, 80%. That's what you see and bombard it in the paper we got to sell them. But across this, if it's 15, it's going to be 30. And you can see 25% is a $64 tax increase. I'm saying Knoxville, don't panic. Because I asked the same question, how much do you believe before I show the answer? People will tell me $200, $300, $400, $600. That's what they believe because they look at the percentage. Here again, I can say that we're revenue neutral. Appraisals go up, tax rate goes down, so there's a zero increase. You can simply not, by state law, increase unmodified homes, something that you did to it. You cannot raise revenue in this county or any county in the state. It's against the law.